V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, everybody, Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show when we are live in Auburndale, Wisconsin, as we've got doubleheader basketball action today. First up are the Auburndale Apaches coming in 8-6 against the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles, and the Screaming Eagles 1-11. So a bit of a, I don't want to say a mismatch, but certainly a little unevenness on the records here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here as these two teams get together and tangle. And we will have our national anthem, and then we'll dive a little bit more into pregame and starting lineups. But first, a national anthem, and we will be underway.
This is the Auburndale Apaches. And now, if you're not already in your meal, you must please stand. Draw your attention to the American flag, the honor our nation, especially those who serve our country's military, with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and this is Merriwood Conference basketball action here. Again, we're in Auburndale, watching the Auburndale Apaches and the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. I'm your host tonight, Jason Zaleski. We'll guide you through this game to the best of our ability. We appreciate everybody watching, and make sure to tell all your friends that you found this live stream and let them know where it is, too. It's a great night for high school basketball. Starting lineups first. Number 2 is Nicole Koski, senior. Olivia Acker. Number 23, Josie Orr. And number 25, Maggie Miller. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Screaming Eagles is number 30, Jamie Wallabin, head coached by Kevin Orr. Your starting lineup for the Auburndale Apaches. And we start with number 10, Mackenzie Rabb, a junior. Morgan Homschild is number 14. Marissa Ponchak wears number 30. Natalie Owie is number 40, and she's a sophomore. And Hannah Boulder rounds out your Apache lineup. She wears number 44 and is a senior at Auburndale, head coached by Mike Gerke. Referees do their fun sprint across the basketball court, showing off their athletic skills for the night. It's always fun to watch when these the stripes sprint across from the scorer's table to their respective positions. Wallabin at center circle for Chequamegon, and she'll jump against Natalie Owie. Ball's up, Owie with the tip. And Auburndale will start with Morgan Homschild given off to Mackenzie Rabb. Again, we're underway here in Auburndale as we watch Merriwood Conference basketball between Auburndale and Chequamegon. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski. And again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you watching our live stream coverage tonight of varsity high school girls basketball. Make sure to tell your friends about the live stream. Just click back over to Facebook or however you found us and let them know they can watch too. We got doubleheader tonight. This is the first of 2 games. Girls first, and then the boys will start at approximately 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, which is still a long ways off as we're only 27 seconds in at this point. Rab lines up a 3, and that rebound comes off to Josie Orr. Orr brings it up for the Eagles. Again, Chequamegon goes by the Screaming Eagles for simplicity's sake tonight. We will break that down to Eagles. Natalie Owie with the rebound, and Apache's headed back now the other way. Homschild in the corner there, dribbles around, still in trouble though, had 3 Eagles around her. That pass nearly intercepted, swooped back in by Morgan Homschild. And Natalie Owie gets us started with a close in shot there, and Apaches are up 2-0. Ball out of bounds and will remain Eagles basketball. They'll inbound from the sideline right in front of the Auburndale, I guess what you call a parent section. A little bit different than what you see maybe on TV sometimes when the Duke Blue Devils men's basketball team, when the opposition throws in from the sideline, they've got fingers within millimeters of their faces. This was a little more civilized and relaxed environment for the Eagles to get the ball in. Shots up, bounces around and out. And we've got a jump ball. And that possession arrow points and remains now with the Eagles as Maggie Miller was able to tie it up long enough to keep possession on her end of the court. Inbounded to the top. Wallaben looked like maybe a shot could be in the offing and pulled it back down. That ball ran down by Miller. Back to Wallaben. Eagles still looking to find their rhythm, and they found a little bit here as a 2-point basket is put up and through by number 14, Olivia Acker. So we are knotted up at 2, 15:35 left in the first half. So early goings here in Auburndale, as we're on the front end of a Auburndale-Chequamegon doubleheader. First the girls and then the boys. And that ball is thrown out of bounds a little bit high. Boulder threw it in, but just a little bit too high for Ponchak, and sails out of bounds. Chequamegon ball. Ponchak with the loose ball. Homschild there had an opening, passed up a 3-point shot. She dribbles back around, all the way around to Owie, and Owie 3-point shot for Natalie Owie, and she's got a quick 5. She's got all 5 of the Apache points so far. And before coming into Auburndale here, stopped at Kizzy and Sue's and had a wonderful 3-piece fish fry. So thanks to Sue and the rest of the staff over at Kizzy and Sue's for not only treating me well, but giving me a very delicious fish fry today. That should get me through the next few hours at least. But I've been known to visit a concession stand at halftime, so you never know. But feeling pretty good right now. Again, thanks to all my friends over at Kizzy and Sue's here in Auburndale for providing great food and great service every moment that they are open. Hannah Boulder here now. It lines up for first of 2 free throws. Misses the front end. She was fouled on the shot. Misses that first one. So again, Owie, the only Apache on the board. She's got all 5 of their points. And Acker for Chequamegon, the only scorer with their 2. And Boulder now makes good on the second free throw, and she collects her first points of this game. Koski gets rid of the ball there at the top Top of the key, and Eagles work to get something started here. Ball batted out of bounds by Mackenzie Rabb. And Eagles have been looking to get something started all season. Again, they're 1-11 on the year, so they've yet to find their rhythm on the season. And as on the basketball court, as Katie Metza was open early, after her openness was recognized, it got shut down, and ball off her fingers out of bounds, and Auburndale now with the ball. Metza was waving her arms early in that possession, and she was open. Kind of the same deal there. Metza able to interfere with the pass. Looked like the Eagles may come away with it, but Auburndale able to bring the ball in, and they'll reset. As Rabb all the way across court. A three-point shot put up by Awi. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. The rebound, Chequamegon. 6-2 is our score. Auburndale with the lead over Chequamegon. 13:45 to go yet in the first half. The three-point shot there is long. Rebounded by Chequamegon as bodies hit the floor. Entry pass now. And Shea Minot, no good. The rebound came off to Metza. Metza's shot was no good. She was fouled on the way up, though. And Katie will shoot two. Metza's first one is just short and to the left, no good. Okay. On the back end now of her shooting foul. Metza lines it up, lets it go, and good. Well, Metza also, just like Boulder from Auburndale before, missed the front, hit the back end, and each team now 1 for 2 from the free throw line as that pass is intercepted by Olivia Acker, and Acker's going to take it all the way off the backboard, too strong, and when she touched the ball, she was out of bounds on the baseline, so turnover back to Auburndale. Had a nice drive, just a little bit too strong on her way up, as Acker was looking for her fourth point of the game. Maggie Wilfart dribbles in and able to get the ball around, and we get the ball down to Ponchak. That shot's up, no good. And collected by Jenna Scanlon of Chequamegon, and back come the Eagles. Eagles close to a travel there, and in the midst of trying to save herself from the traveling violation, Josie Orr throws the ball away and out of bounds. Wilfart all the way across the court over to Kaylee Carl. Ball's out of bounds. And turnovers plaguing both teams here in the early going, and our score remains somewhat stagnant. We're 6-3 now with 12:35 to go in the first half. And that ball was put down by Olivia Acker before she realized she had an Auburndale defender in front of her, dribbled off of Ponchak's knee, and turnover now back to Auburndale. It was a three-point shot, up and no good by Wilfart, and Eagles contain the ball. Acker with the rebound. And she settles back into the low post as Auburndale now in a 1-3-1 defense, as they have been for the majority of this second half. And again, that's what can make a player look open early, and if you don't feed it in there right away with some sort of laser precision, that defense is going to bat the ball around, and they do there. That's exactly what that 1-3-1 does. They make it look very tempting to throw the ball inside, and then able to, with great coverage of the lane, able to swat that ball down and around, and that's exactly what the Apaches did on that last defensive possession. Ball worked inside and back out. Ponchak now all the way over to Rabb. Rabb lines up a two-pointer. That's long. Would have been good from about 2 feet back. Had about 2 feet of too much power on it. Ball then harmlessly rolls out of bounds back to Chequamegon. Eagles now line up a two-pointer. That's off the back of the rim. Ball bounces around all the way out to the free throw line. It's finally settled down there. Scanlon passes back up, and we want a timeout, so we'll take a timeout here as Coach Kevin Orr from Chequamegon calls a timeout, and we'll be right back.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we're back here in Auburndale. All right, just a little bit of technical difficulty coming out of the commercial break. We're back here as Auburndale's Natalie Owie drives. No good. Rebound, though, brought down. Ten minutes now to go. 8-3 Auburndale. Josie Orr battles in the corner here, throws it out, and Jenna Scanlon able to corral it and back to Katie Metza. Metza all the way across court, and that's sometimes what you got to do against this zone. But the Auburndale's changed it up out of the timeout here. They're more into a man-to-man or a matchup type man defense here. That shot off the backboard, no good, and brought down by Natalie Owie. Drove all the way around the baseline. And we've got a foul on Chequamegon as Marissa Ponchak was looking to make her way all the way under the basket. I'm wrong, Maggie Wilfart, my apologies, looking to drive the baseline there and was bumped on her way through. Wilfart gets the inbound, trip momentarily, wheels all the way to her left and up with the left hand and good. Nice move by Maggie Wilfart. Just a sophomore at 5'6", able to really get that inbounds pass off the inbounds play and wheel it all the way around with her left hand. Very nicely done by Maggie. And Maggie now with the rebound. Up she comes across center court. Pushes the defender away with her off hand, and away go the Apaches. Shot put up there by Ponchak, up and no good. And Eagles back with the rebound. We're 10-3 Auburndale over Chequamegon. 8.5 minutes to go now in the first half. Oh, that short just shot off the rim, and on her way to collect the rebound, Ponchak, and off their fingertips, and just ever so gently rolls out of bounds, and that'll be a Chequamegon ball right under their basket. They'll inbound. Chequamegon gets it in without issue. Pass almost intercepted by Taylor Stanton. of Auburndale. And that shot is up and good. Olivia Ocker with the shot, and she's got her 4th point of the night. Bring the Eagle total to 5. They're still down, though, by 5. Owie with the drive. She's up. Fouled on her way up. Shot's no good. She'll shoot 2. Owie lines up the first. It's up and good. Shot that like she knew exactly what she was doing. And the second one is also up and good. Natalie now with 7 of the Apache 12 points. Natalie steps in front of that pass as the Eagle was hemmed up there on a double team, and she's in with the right-handed layup. And Auburndale now out to their biggest lead of the night with 9. They're up by 9 at 14-5. That shot is short. Three-point basket by Taylor Stanton. Stanton's first points of the game, and she does it in style with a three-point shot. That shot off to the right by Ocker and brought down by the Apaches. 6:35 left. Auburndale up 17-5. That ball delivered by Owie inside. Ball is up just off. And Ponchak will go to the line for 2. Ponchak, first one is up and good. She's on the scorebook now with 1. Second one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound nearly pulled down by Amanda Moment. Auburndale defends well there and able to get the ball back and move down the court right away. Morgan Homschild wheels all the way around to the top of the circle. Off to Owie. Owie's 3 is up and good. And Natalie Owie is pouring in all kinds of points here in the first half. She's got 12 points in the first half, does Owie. Auburndale up 21-5, 5:50 to go. More Auburndale defense, ripped away by Homschild. Homschild loses the ball right back. Ocker's collected the loose ball there and up and good. She's got 6. 6 of the 7 Eagle points. So Owie and Ocker are doing everything for their teams in the early going here. We're 5:29 in the first half with Auburndale up 21-7. Amanda Mormont is up and good, and she's on the scorebook for the first time tonight. Her first points. Morgan Homschild will take a seat. Second one just a bit strong for Amanda. We're at 5:20 now in the first half. Jenna Scanlon had room there, stepped into one, but just off to the right. Auburndale rebound. Nicely delivered inside to Marissa Ponchak, and Ponchak with her first basket of the game, her third point. Auburndale now building on their lead, up 24-7. Chequamegon still looking to find their offensive rhythm here. That Auburndale defense is quick and oftentimes sees that pass ahead of time. And that ball will go out of bounds off of Auburndale's Ponchak, and it will belong to Chequamegon. And we've got a travel there. Turnover, Chequamegon. Auburndale now back again with the ball. Entry pass denied with a foot by Katie Metza. So temporarily relieved of a Auburndale basket, and instead Auburndale will inbound. Macy Schmeiser looks to get the ball in. And as we see Amanda Mormont head out of the game, she'll catch a breather. She leaves the game with a single free throw, 1 point on the night so far. That shot blocked there by Metza, but corralled in by Auburndale, down low into Ponchak. Ponchak shot just a little too strong. And Katie Metza with the rebound. So Metza blocks the shot, collects the rebound, and gets the Eagles headed the other way. We got an Eagle drive there. Ball bounces over, no good. Corralled by Olivia Acker. Acker, kind of a drop pass there for Scanlon. Usually that's reserved for hockey, but she did that on the basketball court. Eagles able to hang on to the ball nonetheless. Three-second violation there in Chequamegon. That's a turnover, and that's Auburndale ball. Three-point shot put up there by Kaylee Carl, no good. And Marissa Ponchak there to clean up the mess, get back on the scoring ways there, and she's got her 5th point of the night. As Ponchak was backed in there on defense and able to sustain that back end, collects the rebound. And the Apaches come racing down the court. Ponchak rips the ball away, puts it up. Shot no good. She's fouled, and she'll shield 2. So Ponchak been making her presence known here on the basketball court. 5 points to show for it, and she's back on the line for more. First of those free throws up and no good, though. Ponchak now 1 for 2 from the line tonight, and she'll have her 3rd free throw upcoming here momentarily. That one rolls off the front and all the way around and in. Ponchak with her 6th point. Auburndale up by 20, 27-7. floating shot there by Mackenzie Rabb. She's fouled as she was drifting through the air, and she'll now shoot 2. Front end of that 2-part free throw series is no good. She'll shoot her second one here momentarily. Makes good on the second, and Rabb now with her first points of the night. 7 Apaches now have scored in this game as they're out to a 21-point lead over Chequamegon, 28-7. And we have a conversation here on what was seen there as 2 referees will get together and figure out exactly what happened. And it is a defensive foul on Auburndale. Both players ran into each other almost simultaneously, and tie goes to the runners. Now we've got a baseball reference. We had a drop pass, a hockey pass before. And anyway, we've got 2 free throws now coming for Olivia Ocker. That one jumps off the back of the rim, no good. Second one, long and right. So she was unsuccessful after that kind of lack of a call, and then turned into a conference, and then turned into a foul call. That shot is just a little too powerful. Too much muscle there by Maggie Wilfart, and she'll certainly get that scored away here as we go. We've got a blocking foul now on Auburndale's Hannah Boulder. It's only their 4th team foul, so it'll be out of bounds to Chequamegon, and they will look to inbound from there. 2:04 left before halftime, or as I like to call it, popcorn time. Dribbled out of bounds there by Chequamegon, and Auburndale now with the ball back. And we've got a travel there. That'll be a turnover. Turnover by Natalie Howe, about the only thing she's done wrong so far today. As she's got 12 of the Apache 28 points, certainly making her contribution and making the difference known on the offensive end. Had some nice defensive plays, a couple steals on the night. But did have the walk there as that ball jumps away from Chequamegon, picked up by Maggie Wilfart, and Maggie's across the timeline. Over to Howe, inside to Boulder. Boulder looks to the basket. It's up, just off. Gets her own rebound, though, able to really make her way known inside there. And she had a nice box out over to Howe. Couldn't quite tell if it was a 2 or a 3-point attempt. Either way, it didn't go in, so it's a 0-point result. And tie up now after the rebound, and Auburndale collects the possession arrow, and they will inbound. .112 left in the first half. And Marissa Ponchak again collects points from inside. She's got 8 points on the night. And doing most of her damage right inside there as she's able to work her way inside the paint. Rabb with a struggle for the ball. That one might have been out on Auburndale, and it was. It went off the foot of Hannah Boulder. And Chequamegon keeps possession now. They'll inbound from the corner, right in front of that notorious Auburndale parent section. And we had a reach in there. Looked like a reach in on Auburndale's Ponchak. Indeed, it was on Ponchak. So her second foul, team 6 now. So next foul for Auburndale. Chequamegon will be in the bonus, but they will need to get fouled in a hurry as there's only 45 seconds left. That ball kicked out of bounds by Maggie Wilfart, and Chequamegon will reset from that same point. Now inbounded successfully. That shot long. Rebound off to Metza. Metza's shot is long. And Boulder with the rebound. So Eagles unable to really find their distance here in the first half. And Hannah Boulder again making work inside. And she collects her first bucket of the game, 3rd point. And Auburndale is going to take a big lead to halftime here as they're up 32-7, 15 seconds to go. Almost could have been a turnover there on the Eagles' Acker, but she was bailed out by a blocking foul. And as previously mentioned, the Eagles to the free throw line now, and they need as many free points as they can get if they're going to make any type of comeback attempt here. They're down by 25 in the first half. Acker, the recipient of the foul call. I call it a generous foul call, and doesn't make good on the free throws, but that one is made good as Katie Metza, the shot is up, it's good, and she's fouled on the play, and more free throws upcoming for Chequamegon. This time Metza will take her crack at hitting a free one from the 15-foot stripe and looks to get the Eagles into double digits on the night overall. Shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. Owie with the rebound attempt. She's fouled as she was gathering the ball and sent out of bounds, so they foul on the Eagles, and we've got shots upcoming now for Auburndale as that is the 10th team foul on Chequamegon. With 12, now 13 points on the night, and she's a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Owie again, up and good. And she's got everything working here. 14 of the 34 points, and we tick down under 7 seconds now. Eagles will get a last shot if they can find an opening. And that's not going to make it to the rim. The rebound, though, is up, bounces around just off. Shea Minot was looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time and send the Eagles to the locker room on a scoring note, and the shot bounced just off the front of the rim. So we were at a 34-9 Auburndale lead over Chequamegon, and we'll be right back with halftime stats in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need, Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, guys, we're back. Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show, and we'll guide you through our halftime stats here as we take a look at the scorebook. We've got a 34-9 Auburndale lead. Jumped out to a pretty significant lead early on and really never relinquished that lead as the 8-6 Apaches are taking on the 1-11 Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. We'll start with the Eagles, and their points all come from two players. Olivia Acker, junior, with 6 points, and Katie Metza came off the bench to give the Eagles 3, and she's a 5'8 senior for the Eagles. For Auburndale, scores came in bunches and from all kinds of different players. Natalie Alley leads all scores with 16. Marissa Ponchak with 8. Both Taylor Stanton and Hannah Boulder with 3. Maggie Wilfart with 2. And Amanda Mamet and Mackenzie Rabb each with 1, each hitting one of 2 free throws on the night. Part of Awi's 16 points, going back to Natalie, she is a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So free throw shooting good tonight for Auburndale. As a team, they've only missed 4 free throws as a team, so doing very well from the free throw line. And sometimes when it's your night, those are the things that help it to be your night, as you capitalize on those freebies, and something that Chequamegon's not been able to do, only at the line sparingly, but when they were 1 for 4 from the free throw line. So you can say, well, they missed 3 points there, and those 3 points could have put them over the top into double digits, but as it is, they're down 34-9 against Auburndale. And what really looked like frustrating moments, especially early in the first half for Chequamegon, was that 1-3-1 defense put on the court by Apache head coach Mike Gerke. When that defense was deployed, that's when Chequamegon had their biggest struggles on the offensive end, as they were unable to really figure out how to get the ball in or out. And when that 1-3-1 defense is deployed like that, and it's done well, it looks like there's apparent passing lanes. But when there's so many defenders packed into the lane and spread out like that, those passing lanes evaporate within just mere moments, less than a second. Those passing lanes evaporate, and we saw many Eagle turnovers because of that. They looked like there was an opening, the ball was passed in, and it was quickly swallowed up by the Apaches and then turned the other way. 3-point shooting also. Auburndale having a nice night from range. They've got 3 3-pointers on the night, and scoring those big points can also help get you out to a big lead, and that's exactly, again, what's happened here. So 34-9 at halftime. Players will begin to come back on the court for warm-ups here in a moment, and we'll be right back with that, so stay tuned.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need, Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties, and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, and we're back. And again, thank you for watching this Focus on Marshfield Tri-Media presentation of varsity high school basketball. We're in a doubleheader here in Auburndale as the Auburndale Apaches host the Chequamegon Eagles. First, what you see before you, girls varsity basketball. And then approximately 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game, or 7:15, whichever happens last, we will get boys basketball, and these same schools will go at it on the boys' end. Again, Auburndale and Chequamegon. So a very fun time here as we watch this varsity basketball doubleheader. And a pretty cool thing that the WIA lets happen here. Usually, when your varsity teams are playing, they're home and away, so one team's at home and one team's on the road. Rarely do the two ever get to watch each other. And as I'm saying that, I look right across the court and I see 8 of the boys Apaches watching their girls. And of course, with the Chequamegon bus coming all the way from Park Falls, or at least northern Wisconsin area, all those boys are watching their classmates on the girls team play. So pretty cool to see that. Again, very rarely do those two ever get to watch each other play, at least live anyway. So that's happening tonight, and it's a lot of fun. We've also got the same thing going on in Stratford as the Stratford Tigers host the Abbotsford Falcons. Other Merriwood action going on tonight. This is also a Merriwood conference game. And they've got the same thing going on. They've got girls underway now, and then the boys will take the court after the conclusion of that Stratford-Abbotsford girls game. And you can also watch that game live, just like you're watching this one. And as I always say, what the heck, you got your computer open already, so just turn on another window and fire that one up too. So you can find that on ZaleskiSports.com. Just click the link for Stratford Abbotsford, and you can join that one in progress. And switch back and forth between the two depending on what your flavor of the night is. And our flavor here is 34-9. Auburndale with the first half lead over Chequamegon, and we are just about ready to start second half basketball. All right, the buzzer sounds. That means it's go time. It's always the best part of the game for me when the buzzer sounded. That meant, hey, let's go play some basketball, and that's what we're going to do now. So, again, 34-9, Auburndale out to a big 25-point lead here. We'll see, though, what the Eagles discussed at halftime and see if they're able to figure out a way to get back in this game. Again, they've got the 1-11 squad. Auburndale out to an 8-6 mark on the season. And a nice take there by Mackenzie Rabb, but her layup is just a little too strong and goes over the rim. Chequamegon with the rebound. That shot put up and long. So both teams coming out a little bit excited, a little bit strong here in the second half. And look to get things settled down. Nice pump fake by Ponchak. Ponchak shot up and long, but that rebound collected by Hannah Boulder. And as she did oftentimes in the first half, found herself under the basket in good position for the box out and rebound. And that one she's able to put back up and good for 2. Olivia Acker on the take for Chequamegon. Her shot off the front of the rim, no good. Aoi almost with a travel there. Nice move by Boulder to work up and around. Her shot's no good. Gets that rebound. She's got nice position again under the rim. And on the second chance, also no good, and then loses the ball out of bounds. We've got substitutions here for the first time in the second half as Katie Metza back in the game. Metza brought spark to the Eagles in that first half, and Coach Kevin Orr sends her back out for a chance at second half spark as they work the ball inside out, back around. A shot just off the front of the rim and rolls around to the side, rebounded by Mackenzie Rabb. Rabb hesitates at the top of the key, passes over to Morgan Homschild. Homschild in the lane, pivots out, back to Rabb. Rabb with a 15-footer, just long. Ponchak with the rebound. Homschild bumped on the way, and there's Boulder again on the rebound, but loses the ball as she brings it down. And they'll coach anywhere will tell you as a big player inside, once you get that ball, you got to keep that ball at least above your hips, if not above your chest, to prevent the defense from poking the ball away. Anytime that ball gets below your waist, it's easy pickings for some of those guards that are crashing in to just poke that ball away, and that's what happened there to Hannah Boulder. On the other end, no damage done if you're Auburndale, as Chequamegon misses their basket. The score now 36-9. We've got 2 points in the second half, scored by Hannah Boulder. And we're 15:45 now to go in the game. Homschild works around, almost traveled, and finally does turn the ball over. She got a little bit ahead of herself there, tried to find a streaking Marissa Ponchak. Ponchak, though, was headed to the basket. And Homschild a little bit off balance and threw it out of bounds. So 2-3 zone now by the Auburndale defense. So they've switched up their defensive packages all game, and that can really, especially if you're a struggling team at 1-11, that can really throw you off. And at 9 points, Chequamegon still hasn't found their rhythm yet in this game. Eagles caught up in the corner, and they dribble back into the corner. And they bailed out by a foul call. It could have easily been a travel there on Josie Orr. But nevertheless, it's a foul on Marissa Ponchak. That's her third foul. First foul for Auburndale in the second half. Both teams with one foul in the second half. Pass inside and then worked back around, intercepted by Mackenzie Rabb. And Rabb on the run out now, looking for open teammates. Auburndale now sets up their offense, gets it inside to Boulder. She's fouled on the entry pass. Katie Metza is going to pick up a foul. Third foul for Metza. So again, she provided the Eagles a little bit of spark in the first half. Looking for spark in the second half. Hasn't found that. Aoi, short shot, picked up by Ponchak. Her shot was short. You tell me what I'm saying. If you figure that out, let me know. At any rate, 2 short shots by Auburndale. Ball though out of bounds off of Chequamegon, and Morgan Homschild will inbound down low as we've got 3 Apaches stacked right on the free throw lane, and the ball eventually comes out to Rabb. Rabb around, 8-foot jumper, no good. Ball contested inside. Possession arrow points to Auburndale. Ponchak had her hands on the ball and did not want to let go, and able to keep possession with her Apaches. Rabb now, entry pass into Boulder. Boulder wheels around, left hand is up. That's strong. Ponchak with the rebound. Her shot goes up, no good. Fouled on the shot. And Marissa Ponchak will shoot 2. (14:28). Auburndale up 36-9. Ponchak off the back of the rim and no good. Auburndale boys, I was mentioning that were enjoying their teammates here on the girls' side. Now head to the locker room to prepare for their game. And we've got Chequamegon players doing the same. So both boys teams now heading to the locker room, preparing for the back end of this Auburndale-Chequamegon doubleheader. And the back end of those free throws are good for Ponchak. She's on the board for the first time in the second half. Chequamegon now on offense, looking to prevent a 30-point deficit as they're down 37-9. The ball drifts away into Mackenzie Rabb's hands. Rabb shot up and very strong off the backboard. And Chequamegon lucky to have the ball back as Josie Orr lost it as she was dribbling, looking to make a move. Rabb with quick hands, able to get up and double dribble. She was going to pass the ball, I believe, to Maggie Wilfart, and Wilfart turned away as Rab was making her move to pass, and she had no choice but to land down with the ball. I guess the other choice would have been just to throw it wildly somewhere. So I say no choice, and Chequamegon now with the ball, and again Josie Orr brings it up and looking to invade the Auburndale back to a 1-3-1 defense. So have switched it up here a couple times. Chequamegon gets stuck in that corner. They haven't quite figured out that trick yet. So Olivia Acker, though, able to throw the ball off of a Apache leg and out of bounds, or now inbounds to the top. Back to Acker. Acker dribbles right, off the backboard, and no good. Ponchak with the rebound. Outlet pass called for by Wilfart, and on come the Apaches. Wilfart stops at the free throw line, pops. Bank closed on a Friday night at 6:30. And the Eagles now back with the ball. So Eagles stuck on 9. They went to the showers with 9, and were 13:20 left in the game, so nearly 5 minutes, and they have been held scoreless until Josie Orr throws up a three-pointer, and it's good. Chequamegon now in double digits as a team. They're up to 12, and that's against Auburndale's 37. So Auburndale still with a 25-point lead. And they work the ball over to Kaylee Carl, and Kaylee Carl makes good on her 16-foot jumper. Entry pass now to Metza. Metza's shot is strong. And on her way back down, lands on the foot of Auburndale's Maggie Wilfart, and Metza says, hey, sorry about that. All right, Metza now to the line. She'll shoot 2 there as a shooting foul, and that is a shot she would like to have back. And shot number 2, much better than the first shot as it sails right through. And then Metza on the board here in the first half with her first point. And we've got a push from behind as Wilfart was making her way around. Push from behind on Katie Metza. Katie's 4th foul now, so somebody the Eagles certainly were looking for to come in and get them pointed a certain direction, but she's going to have to take a seat now because there's over 12 minutes left, and she's on her 4th foul. Pass inbounded to the nearby waiting Hannah Boulder, and Wilfart with the drive, and she's fouled. 2 free throws upcoming for Wilfart. Maggie's first one rims in and out. Second attempt for Maggie is up and good. Still got all the rims she wanted, but able to get that one to come through. Auburndale now at 40, and they've got a 27-point lead, 40-13. Entry pass in to Jamie Wollabon, and Wollabon able to spin it in for 2. Chequamegon now in a 2-3 zone. Looking to mix things up here and get the Apaches off balance. But able to cut right through the defense was Taylor Stanton. Her shot, though, was no good. Rebounded and out with the ball come the Eagles. Orr gets it up quickly ahead to Alexi Schultz. Schultz's shot is no good. Second shot no good, and rebound to Amanda Momont. Taylor Stanton with the ball, looking to break through this 2-3 Eagle zone. And attempted with the inbound pass, but hands got in for Shea Minot, and Shea picks up a foul. That is their 6th foul, so the last courtesy foul given up by the Eagles, and after this, any further fouls by Chequamegon, and Auburndale will be back at the line. Inbound comes to Stanton, fired back into Owie. Natalie turns and fires, and good. And Natalie Owie now with 18 points on the night. She leads all scorers at that mark. And Owie bats the ball away on an entry pass. She says, not today. Sends it to the Chequamegon bench, and the ball will be inbounded there by the Eagles, Josie Orr. Shot bounces off the back of the rim and just out. Taylor Stanton slows things down for the Apaches, waits for the offense to get set, measures up the defense. In goes Maggie Wilfert. Oh, down. Nice pass to Owie. As Wilfert found Owie just waiting ever so patiently under the basket, and an easy 2-point basket for Natalie. Foul's going to be called there on Natalie Owie. Owie was set. I'm sorry. The foul will, I guess, be called on Taylor Stanton. Stanton was a little handsy, says the referee, on the way in. So Chequamegon now will inbound from under the basket. Pass nearly a little long for Maggie Miller. Miller, though, corrals it, stares at Stanton, and then passes off to Orr. Orr's entry pass comes right back out to her, essentially. Nicole Koski with the ball. Coach is telling the Eagles to set the offense up. Orr's 3-point shot's no good. Put back by Minot, no good. And Auburndale and Natalie Owie now on the attack. Taylor Stanton left all alone. That shot, though, long rebound for Owie. Owie able to track it down. And Auburndale parents approve of that message. Long pass over to Stanton. And Stanton is held on the drive. And if my count is right, that should be a free throw, and it will be. It'll be a and-one opportunity here for Taylor Stanton. As the Apaches now in bonus territory, and will be for the rest of this game, as they're up 44-15, and Stanton can put them up by a clean 30 with a made free throw. Free throw off the back of the rim, though, and no good. On the drive, Olivia Ocker, and she's fouled on her way in. She's fouled by Mackenzie Rabb. First for Rabb, and it's the 4th Auburndale foul in the second half. So Auburndale still in the courtesy territory on free throws as that ball is deflected by Stanton on the inbound attempt. And the Eagles will do it again from that exact spot. And we've got a 5-second call. 5-second call as Jenna Scanlon was looking, and looked a little too long. And caught on the 5-second violation and turnover to Auburndale. Steal attempt there by Scanlon, no good. Rabb now gets it all the way over to Owie by way of Macy Schmeiser. Loose ball now, and that's picked up by Taylor Stanton, and coach says go. Stanton takes it in and all the way back out to Owie now with the ball. Entry pass into Moment. All the way back out to Stanton for 3. And that was a 2-point basket. They said Stanton was on the line. And Kevin Orr, Chequamegon coach, has seen enough here so far. He's going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, we're back, and again, thank you for joining us on this doubleheader, actually a quad header, if you include Stratford, Abbotsford going on right now. Up in Stratford, we've got Auburndale, Chequamegon here on another girls-boys doubleheader. Thanks for tuning into this live stream. Again, if you're watching, we thank you for joining us, and please also tell your friends and anybody that you know that you're enjoying this live broadcast, or share that on Facebook, or send somebody a quick note and tell them, hey, these guys here got 4 basketball games on tonight, and all high-quality varsity basketball Merriwood Conference action tonight. This one here, a little bit out of hand, I guess is what you would have to say now. There's no denying it, as Auburndale's up 46-15, 8:18 to go. And a lot of substitutions now for Auburndale as they work their whole team. Everybody's got minutes tonight. Minutes logged by every Apache tonight. The Eagles brought 9 players with them tonight. They all have minutes. Josie Orr now on the move. Back into that familiar corner. Chequamegon has been attracted to that corner. And we've got a travel now on Nicole Koski. Turnover to Auburndale. So Chequamegon still working their way through the season. They come in at 1-11. Auburndale a little more top-heavy on the wins at 8-6, looking for their 9th win of the season here, and a conference win. Hamas there with the ball, kicks it back out. Owie into Ponchak. Ponchak wheels off the front of the rim, no good. Owie now with the steal, so she's really done things on both ends here. She's had a number of steals tonight, her fair share of rebounds, and she's got 18 points as the ball comes in to Taylor Stanton. She's fouled on the way up. 2 shots upcoming for sophomore Taylor Stanton. Two free throws upcoming now for Taylor. First one's off the backboard, no good. Second attempt now for Taylor. She looks to calm things down a little bit. Still off the backboard, and she's able to make a withdrawal from the bank tonight as she banks that one in. 3rd point of the second half for Taylor Stanton. Koski gives it up to Miller. And Miller's fouled in her way through. And it is a shooting foul, yes, a shooting foul for Maggie Miller. 6th team foul for Auburndale. That one's up and through. We're good there. Nice round of applause from Morgan Homschild as she comes off the court. Morgan, a junior on this year's basketball team. Second one for Miller is up and good, so she connects on both of hers for 2 points and 2 points in the second half. Owie with the ball. She's at 20 points on the night. Over to Ponchak. Ponchak cross-court pass. Owie all the way around the court. Fires into Ponchak. That pass deflected and intercepted. And back come the Eagles. And a nice drive there for Maggie Miller. Basket's good, and she was fouled on the shot. And looks to complete the three-point play here. Nice move by Maggie Miller to work around the Auburndale defense and give herself an opportunity. And shots up and good. As she let it go, she held her hand up high. Nice form, and she knew it was in when she let it go. Auburndale now at 47, Chequamegon 20, so 27-point lead. 29 is the largest lead for Auburndale in this game, as Owie lines up for three, and it's good. 3-point basket for Owie, and she's a 23-point scoring binge tonight and leads all scorers with 23. And timeout now called again by Chequamegon head coach Kevin Orr, and we will join the action in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, and welcome back. Again, we are on almost the halfway point here of this doubleheader tonight in Auburndale, as Auburndale boys and girls basketball hosts the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. Girls here going first, with Auburndale up 50-20 over the Eagles. Nice opportunity there by Olivia Ocker, but caught just under the basket. Lost awareness a little bit of where she was on the court. As we see Auburndale now get the ball in down low to Haley Grimm. Grimm turns and fires, missed the shot. She was fouled, though, on her way up. And Grimm to the line for two. Grimm now on the score sheet for the first time tonight with 1 point. She's hit a free throw just there to make that happen, and her second one now is up and in and out. So 1 out of 2 there for Grimm at the line. So Chequamegon now looking just to leave a lasting impact here on the court. Game probably just out of reach for them. They're at 31-point deficit with 5:25 left. So the idea for Chequamegon at this point is just to have positive momentum from this point in the game forward, and I'm sure that's what Coach Orr said was the goal for this last 5 minutes of the game here, as Ocker's free throw up and no good. And that's essentially what you want here. And I don't know if you'd categorize it as moral victory, but you want something positive here to happen, and a series of positive events to happen at the end of this basketball game, as you'll go to 1-12 on the season. But if you can get a little momentum here and just something good happening at the end of this game, if you're Chequamegon, that can maybe leak over to the next game and turn into another win on the year. So that'll be their emphasis from this point forward. Josie Orr able to poke the ball away and lets the Chequamegon defense now get organized and settle in. Taylor Stanton brings the ball up for the Apaches and stares right into the teeth of a 2-3 zone defense. Brought to you by Chequamegon, as Peyton Hamas takes it in, hits the shot on the drive, and she's fouled. Free throw upcoming for Hamas. Hamas completes the three-point play there. And we've got a timeout Auburndale, so we'll take a timeout right along with them and be right back.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, we're back. 5:09 left in this game. Auburndale up now their biggest lead of the game after that three-point play by Peyton Hamas. They're up 54-20, 34-point Auburndale lead as we come now under 5 minutes to go in the game. Defense still being played by Auburndale as Taylor Stanton with the theft, and she's up and just off the front of the rim, but there to collect the rebound is Caitlin Kundinger. Kundinger now with two. She's on the board for the first time this game. Everybody chipping in today for Auburndale. That shot's up and good. Maggie Miller. Miller with two more. She's got 7 points in the second half. That ball wrangled in. Peyton Hamas looking like an expert on the basketball court out there. Freshman Peyton Hamas. And she's got 5 points as she was able to really figure out that ball and get it up and in. Josie Orr drifting to her right. Unable to get that shot to go through. All right, and Coach Orr getting a little excited on the Chequamegon sideline. The referee steps in and tells him, "Enhance your calm, John Spartan." Orr says, "I was just talking to my players." As we see number 11, Taylor Stanton for Auburndale, exit the game into a warm round of thank you applause by the Auburndale parents. And Hamas with the rebound. Hamas coming out here and getting things done for the Apaches in end game duty, and she's definitely taking this one seriously, as she should. Hamas looks at the basket. She was tempted on the 22-footer. Brought it back down, though, as that pass is at the feet of Caitlin Kundinger and unable to bring it back up. So Chequamegon now with the ball. All right, 3:20 left in the game as Orr fires up a three-point shot, in and out. Rebound, Caitlin Kundinger. We've got a foul on Chequamegon, and that'll send Kundinger to the line for two. Up and good for Kundinger, her third point here in the last about minute and a half. So she's got 3. Hamas have 5, both off the bench here in the second half and getting things done for the Apaches. Peyton Hamas there with hands, showing the coach that she can get the job done out here. I'm only a freshman, but I'm getting the job done, coach. And she certainly is. Busy hands for the Apaches, and the ball had brought in by Haley Grimm. Grimm out to the outside, gets the ball around and down. And Peyton Hamas now kicks it back out. All the way back around to Hamas, lines up for a 3. I think the roof might have blown off the place when she had hit that 3. I don't know, Jordan. But she was feeling pretty good on her shot. Possession arrow points to the Eagles, and Chequamegon will take the ball on the possession arrow jump ball, turnover to Auburndale. Maggie Miller fires it inside, and a little too hard for Jenna Scanlon. Scanlon able to get a fingertip on it, but nothing else. And Hamas looking to get the ball down the court. She's fouled by Olivia Ocker, and now Hamas back to the free throw line. And she'll shoot 2 more. Peyton Hamas, 5 points now off the bench in the second half, looking for more, and puts that one up and good. Hamas got a nice stroke on her shot, and as only a freshman, looks like Auburndale's got a player here for a couple years to come now. Is Hamas impressive off the bench here in the second half. Free throw up and good. 3 for 3 from the free throw line is Peyton, and also 2 buckets. If you're counting along at home, that's 7 points for Peyton Hamas. Maggie Miller reaches over, gets a loose ball rebound. Koski thought about 3, instead gives it back to Miller. Miller fires it down low and out of bounds off of Chequamegon, and it's way out of bounds, and Auburndale will take the ball from there. 1:57 left, 61-22 Auburndale, and the Apaches will now move to 9-6 on the year. Chequamegon will fall to 1-12, and Auburndale with a valuable conference win here in the Merriwood. You got to win your conference games, and they picked up a conference win here. As the ball is sent down and around by Haley to Haley Grimm, and Grimm makes good, her 3rd point of the night. And we're under a minute and a half left in this game. Again, boys basketball coming up. It'll be 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Game time scheduled for 7:15, but that will not come as we are within 20 minutes of that start time. So right at the conclusion of this game, just 20 minutes after, the boys will take the court. But post-game, I will head down and talk to Auburndale coach Mike Gerke, and then we will have a player of the game. And here's a clue for those of you listening at home. Our player of the game tonight has 23 points for Auburndale. And you can fill in the blank if you've been scoring along at home or listening to anything I've said all night. Maggie Miller inside, up, shot strong, no good, fouled though on her way up. So Miller now to the line for 2. First one's up and good for Maggie. Second one also good, but that's going to do it here as we're in a running clock situation, and Auburndale now able to run the clock off, and they will take this one 63-24 will be our final score here in the first half of our doubleheader, Auburndale girls. Taking the time out. Yeah, sure. All right, guys, Jason down here with Auburndale head coach Mike Gerke. Coach tonight, 63-24. Got the job done pretty much everywhere in the court tonight. Offense, defense, everything was clicking.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a pretty deep team. We had one of our starters was out. One we lost at the beginning of the year. We had, and when one person goes down, we just have another one come in. Another girl was hurt. kind of banged up, and I like our team, so we're pretty deep. So yeah, the next person that goes in, they seem to do a pretty good job.
Natalie Owie tonight led all scorers with 23 points. Is that what you expect from her?
She hasn't done that as much this year as I'd like her to. I've seen that a lot more this summer and stuff like that, and we had an injury, so she had to play more post, and she's really comfortable on the perimeter, and I like playing her on the perimeter more. And now other girls have stepped up, so we've been playing her more on the perimeter, so I hope we get more of that out of her as the season goes on.
And then lastly, Coach Peyton Hummus comes in off the bench in the second half, 7 points as a freshman. Looks like she's got a bright future ahead of her.
Well, we brought up 3 freshmen when we had some injuries and stuff like that and people gone, and yeah, we have a very good freshman group, and yeah, Peyton's one of those girls in that group that's pretty talented that are going to help us in the future.
All right, good. Sounds good. Coach, thanks for spending time with us, guys. We'll be right back.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and
girls boys doubleheader tonight. The Auburndale Apaches hosting the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. The girls for Auburndale dispatched Chequamegon 63-24. And all players, boys from both teams just ran right through me here on their way out on the court. So we're waiting for our girls, Highlight House player of the game, Natalie Owie, to join me, and she will here momentarily. But in the meantime, we'll recap that first game. Again, 63-24, Auburndale over Chequamegon. And Natalie Owie, as previously mentioned, led all scorers tonight with 23. Marissa Ponchak with 9. Taylor Stanton with 6, and then a whole bunch of other players. As we see Natalie here, and she's got all her teammates here with her too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, right on the A is where you go. Yeah. So do they all come out to watch you? Is that what's going on here? You think so? Okay. They already know what's coming, don't they? All right, guys. So we're here post-game with our Highlight House player of the game, Natalie Owie. Natalie, 23 points tonight. What was working for you right away?
My three-point shot tonight was pretty on, so.
Yeah. A big team win, conference win, those are important, right?
Very. We needed that a lot, so.
Yeah. And then late in the game with the big lead, some of the other girls were able to come in and get points. Caitlin Hamas came in with 7 points tonight. And just talk about what that's like to watch some of the younger girls come in and contribute.
It's nice to see because they haven't gotten in very much this season, so for them to be able to contribute to us is good. So.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. All right, so everybody's here watching. We're going to have a good time. So you might have seen this before. All right, you're going to look up in the camera and say, I'm in the house, but put your own spin on it, put your own swagger on it, make it look really good, okay? Because, I mean, they're all going to watch later, right? I mean, that's going to happen. So you want to hold the microphone or you want me to?
My name's Nat Owie, and I'm in the house.
There you go. There was a little something extra there, some sauce put on at the end for sure, but our Highlight House player of the game, Nat Owie, really making a count here as she's in the Highlight House for the first time in her career, and we had a good time watching. So, guys, we're going to take a short break. We're 12 minutes now until the start of the boys' game, so we'll take a little bit of break, give me a chance to get caught up, and we'll be right back.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Good here? Yeah? Okay. All right, guys, Jason Zaleski back with you, and we are just about set now for the boys' end of this Auburndale-Chequamegon doubleheader. We saw the girls take down, Auburndale girls take down Chequamegon 63-24 in the first of this two-game set, and hopefully everybody's had time now to go out and get a hot dog or something to drink. And I hope you've had time to make sure to tell your friends about this live stream we've got going on tonight. Again, we're here in Auburndale. I'm Jason Zaleski. We are watching Auburndale-Chequamegon boys and girls varsity high school basketball. We've also got the same thing going on tonight in Stratford, and we are live streaming that as the Stratford Tigers take on the Abbotsford Falcons. So we've got 4 Merriwood Conference teams in Merriwood Conference action tonight. Again, Auburndale girls picking up the conference win against Chequamegon, 63-24 in the first half of this two-game set. And we're under 2 minutes now until we get starting lineups here in Auburndale. Auburndale boys coming off a couple big wins here recently, most notably last week right here in this gym, beat Stratford. And Stratford Tigers were down by 9 at about the midway point, about 9 minutes left, down by 9 in the second half, clawed all the way back to 1, only down by 1 with about 30 seconds left, and then Auburndale able to ice the game on a couple free throws and a big Cale Jacoby three-point play with about 20 seconds left. Stratford had the ball down by 3, and Oakley Wrench threw up a three-quarter court shot that bounced off the back of the backboard and no good. So Auburndale escaped or earned, whatever you would like to say there. Came away with a win over Stratford, and now looking to continue their winning ways here at home. This one would be a win against Chequamegon. They did beat Wausau Newman here also at home on Tuesday night, so they're on a 3-game homestand, and they're 2 for 2 right now and looking to keep pace with Marathon, who leads the Merriwood. Auburndale second, and then the aforementioned Stratford Tigers in third place in the Merriwood. And those 3 teams will undoubtedly be in the fight to the very end, as all 3 teams essentially play a 3-game round robin to end the year. And those 3 games at the end of the season will determine this Merriwood Conference Championship, or so it appears. So clock winds down to final buzzer here, and we will have starting lineups, and we will get this show on the road. Again, second half of our girls-boys Merriwood Conference doubleheader here in Auburndale, as Auburndale Apaches host the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. And as I said in the first game, we'll shorten that up just to Eagles for timeliness sake, and so I don't get tripped up any more than I normally do. So first up for Chequamegon, we'll get their starting lineups, and as our public address announcer assists with the starting lineups. So first for the Eagles, and Chase Kronberger, he's a sophomore. Blake Richard, also a sophomore. Peter Newberry wears 24, he's a senior. And Zach Carper wears 30, he's a senior. And Blake Harnick, a trio of sophomores for the Chequamegon Eagles. So Kronberger, Richard, Newberry, Carper, and Karnick, and they are coached by head coach Joel Karnick. Starting lineups for the Auburndale Apaches are as follows. Number 1, sophomore Cooper Weinfertner. Number 3, senior Cale Jacoby. Kason Schmutzer wears number 5. Schmutzer is a senior. Number 24, Colton Yeski, he's a senior. And Cam Ertl rounds out this senior-laden group for the Apaches. And Ertl wears number 30. Auburndale is coached by Chad Weinfertner. Auburndale meets at the right in front of their bench in the free throw lane as they form a circle. Maybe even started a campfire in there, I'm not sure, but they've got things figured out. They got their game plan underway. And we are set for business here as we see Chase Kronberger at center court for the Eagles and Colton Yeski for Auburndale, and they will jump to get us started. And the jump is firmly batted away by Kronberger, and Chequamegon out. We'll start first with the ball. On the take for Chequamegon. Carper's shot rolls off. Yeski now into Jacoby. Jacoby's up. He's fouled. And Jacoby will head to the line. Just 27 seconds into this game, we've got our first Eagle foul and our first Apache free throw. And if Chequamegon's going to stay in this game, they've got to play good, aggressive defense, but can't send Auburndale to the line for free ones. As Kale sends the first one up and good. A team like Auburndale, the less free chances they have, the better chance you're going to have at taking them down. Jacoby's second is good, so he's quickly 2 points for Kale Jacoby, perfect on his free throws, and Auburndale out to a 2-0 start at 30 seconds into this game. Richard with the ball, looks inside, batted away by Ertl. Collected by Yeski, back to Ertl, and down come the Apaches. Schmutzer looks at the basket, gives it back to Ertl for three, and it's good. Cam Ertl says timber. 3-point basket, and 5-0 Auburndale. That pass there deflected by Schmutzer. Schmutzer up at the rim. He thought he was fouled. Shot goes off the front of the rim. Pump fake put on there by Richard. Richard able to drive. Missed the shot and then hits it out of bounds, and Auburndale will inbound from there. Weinfertner brings the ball up across the timeline, about 3 seconds ahead of the time. He's taking his time there. I don't think he was in any danger of a 10-second violation, but you just never know. Schmutzer with the three. Back-to-back threes for Auburndale. This one by Schmutzer, previous by Ertl, and Auburndale jumps out to a very fast 8-0 lead. That pass thrown away. Pass was into Carper. Carper wasn't looking, and we're going to have a timeout Chequamegon. So we'll take this opportunity to time out with them, and we'll be right back.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, guys, we're back here in Auburndale. Jason Zaleski, and thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning into our live streams tonight. We've also got live stream action up in Stratford as they have a girls-boys doubleheader. Same thing going on here. Now the boys in the second half of this one as Cam Ertl lines up a three in the corner. Cam with his second three-pointer. He's 2 for 2 from outside. He's got 6 points, leads all scores, and Auburndale leads 11-0 against Chequamegon. Another pump fake put up by Richard. Richard's been able to get his defender up, but he's been unable to capitalize on a made shot at the end of it there, as the shot by Zach Carper is no good. Weinfertner down to Yeski. Yeski into Jacoby. Jacoby drives. Missed the shot. It was partially blocked, but Yeski's there to pick up the mess and puts it back in. And Yeski on the board for the first time. 15-30, so we're 2.5 minutes into this, and Auburndale quickly up 13-0. Newberry passed it in, down to Richard. Richard again able to get his defender up. That time the defender collapsed. That was Ertl, collapsed on top of Richard. Ball out of bounds, belongs to Chequamegon. Newberry will inbound as we've Chequamegon coach Karnick looking for a foul shot here, and the referee's going to talk about it. He thought his shooter was up. The referee's going to discuss to determine if that was a foul, as there was a pump fake. I don't know, though, he ever got the shot up. And they say no, that it was just a shot fake, but he never left his feet. They said that Richard never left his feet, so no free throws on the foul. Foul nonetheless, each team now with one. 3 minutes into the game. Chequamegon with the ball, looking for their first points of the game as they're down 13-0. Eagles with the floor very evenly spread out here, about as spread out as you could have it, all around the three-point line. All 5 players at moments here on the three-point line. Coach Karnick says, all right, Eagles, let's go. Newberry with the ball. Newberry kicks out on the drive. Three-point shot up, no good for Carper. Ertl brings it down, near side. Weinferter looks at the three, passes it. Jacoby inside. Jacoby's shot is just a bit too long, off the backboard, off and missed the rim. And rebound comes down to Carper. Carper to Newberry. Newberry looks, not there. Underhand pass to Kronberger. Pass sailed inside and knocked away by Schmutzer. Schmutzer eventually gets the loose ball ahead to Weinferter. Weinferter back to Schmutzer. Inside to Jacoby. Ooh, all the way into Yeski, and Yeski says, I should have had that. There's no doubt about it. Turnover Auburndale. Auburndale now going to amp up the pressure here just a little bit. A little 1-2 trap set up here. Chequamegon needs to get the ball across the timeline, and they do, with about 2 seconds to spare. That was off the foot of Weinferter. No call, though, by the referee. No. And that pass is going to go all the way out of bounds. Newberry gave chase with a step and a half and decided he couldn't catch up to it, and it rolled out of bounds. So Auburndale back with the ball, up 13-0. Jacoby with the post. Jacoby up right with it right away. No good. Yeski, power rebound. Tips it back out. Ertl unable to come up with it. Richard with the take. It's up and it's good. And Chequamegon's on the board for the first time. I'm sorry, Carper. Carper with first points for Chequamegon as he took the ball at about the three-quarter court, just above the three-point line for Auburndale, and dribbled it the extent of the court from there and up off the backboard and good. Weinferter spots up from 20 feet. That's good. Three-point shot for Cooper Weinferter, and it's raining threes in Auburndale. They're 4-3 so far. Newberry again with the ball as he essentially directs traffic out here, and he skips it all the way across to Carper. Carper to the top to Karnick. Karnick off the back of the rebound. Richard rebound, pump fake. Again, that pump fake has been good for Blake Richard, and he's going to go to the line. Shot's no good, but he's going to shoot two. All game long, Richard able to get his defender up, and he did it again, and that earned him 2 free throws. First one rims out. Coach Weinferter is going to send 3 new Apaches in the game here, get some fresh legs on the court, as his starters have stayed out this entire 5-minute and 41-second stretch. At the start of this game, again, Auburndale up 16-2, 12-19 to go in the first. Richard missed the first free throw. Second one is up and good. So Richard with his first points of the night. He's had about 4 very successful pump fakes and been able to turn that into 1 point so far. We'll see if Auburndale is able to adjust to his pump fake, or if maybe Richard can make good on those and really start to affect the game as Weinferter dials up a 3. That one no good. Ball tipped out. Newberry on the take. Pass Weinferter. Left hand is up. No good. Weinferter rebound. As he looks for teammates. Hesitation. Shot was blocked by Blake Karnick. They say Karnick with body on the block, and that's going to be 2 shots for Auburndale's Cooper Weinfertner. Weinfertner's first is up and good. 4 points for Cooper. 6 points for Cam Ertl. Ertl's on the bench right now, so Cooper the leading scorer on the floor right now for any player, and his second is up and good. 5 points for Weinfertner. Auburndale out to a 15-point lead, 18-3. Carper looking to advance the ball to Blake Richard there, tipped out of bounds by Auburndale. Richard inbounds. Chequamegon with the ball now, looking to get back on the scoring end of things. They've only got 3 points to this point. And they're going to need more to keep up with this Auburndale Apache team. Newberry with the handoff there, dribbled around his back by Kronberger, tipped away. Fast break opportunity for Cooper Weinfertner. Weinfertner up and good, layup. And Carper there runs full speed down the court, and they're going to call a foul on Auburndale. And that foul assessed to Carter Wilcott. Second Apache foul and third Apache foul. 2 team fouls for Chequamegon. As we have some shoe maintenance done by Newberry. His kicks are tied tight, and off we go. Newberry again at the point, dribbles around his back with his left hand, over to Carper. Carper dribbles, frees himself up momentarily, enough to pass over to Blake Karnick. Karnick's shot is long. Fletcher Rabb now in the game with the ball. Entry pass denied, booted out of bounds though by Blake Karnick. Karnick now going to have a seat and replaced by Jason Chow. Chow in the game now for the first time tonight. Junior from Chequamegon, brother Kevin, sophomore on the bench right now. Weinfertner now holds the ball, waits for everybody to get in their position. Into Schmutzer. Schmutzer waits for it, picks up the ball, and puts it through. Schmutzer now with 5 on the night. Auburndale out to their biggest lead of the night at 18. That ball sails out of bounds, perhaps tipped by Carter Wilcott, but referee points to Auburndale ball. We have a 30-second timeout here, and we will catch up with you in just a moment as Chequamegon down 22-3, 10:25 left in the first.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, we're back live here in Auburndale. Cam Ertl back in the game with the ball in the corner. Over to Rabb, and Rabb works it back around. Back and forth they go. They find Cale Jacoby inside. He's triple-teamed. Auburndale hasn't put the ball on the floor here in about the past 30 seconds, but able to pass it around. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. Ball control offense here by the Apaches. Yeah, waiting for their opening as Cam Ertl finds one, fires from 3, and it's good. Cam Ertl, 3-point shot, and he's had 9 points on the night. Again, thank you for watching this live stream brought to you by Focus on Marshfield and Tri-Media as we bring to you girls and boys doubleheader Merriwood Conference action tonight here in Auburndale as the Apaches host the Chequamegon Eagles. Auburndale took the girls' game 63-24, and the boys out to a quick 25-3 lead here with 9:13 left in the first half. We've got the same scenario happening in Stratford right now as we speak, as the Stratford girls played against the Abbotsford Falcons just moments ago. That game's finished, and now boys basketball underway in Stratford, again, as those same Tigers take on the Falcons in Merriwood Conference boys basketball. So fun night of high school varsity basketball tonight, and we're glad you're a part of it. Again, you can watch either game as they are both being streamed right now. You switch back and forth and find a game that you like. Maybe find an announcer you like. We've got Mike Warren from WDLB over on the call in Stratford, so he does a pretty nice job most times. I know he'd appreciate me saying that, and maybe we'll put that on the highlight. Do a Jason Mike beef throwdown here on announcing night. Listen, we're good friends, Mike and I, so always fun to listen to Mike Warren on the call. He does a very nice job on the radio. As we see Cale Jacoby doing nice work inside as he gets it up and in. He's fouled in a three-point play. Opportunity now for Auburndale's Cale Jacoby. He's got 4 on the night. As we see a new wave of Apaches come in. 3 out, 3 in for Auburndale. And we're nearly back at our starting lineup. We're just Carter Wilcott in, as Cale Jacoby's shot is good. He picks up his three-point play. The Auburndale starting lineup here with the only difference being Cam Ertl out and Carter Wilcott in. Otherwise, same 4 other starters for Auburndale, as we get a nice take there by Chequamegon's Joseph Wagner, and Wagner for 2. Trims the lead to 23. We're 28-5 with 8 minutes left in the first half. Yeski into Jacoby. Jacoby goes right. His shot just a little too much on it. And rebound out to the aforementioned Wagner. Wagner over to Carper. And we're going to have an over and back here on Chequamegon turnover and Auburndale basketball. Coach Klein reminding his Eagles, short passes, guys. Keep it short, keep it simple. There's that pass maybe just a little too long and not corralled, no matter the length. Weinfurter now at the top, sets up the offense. Option screen there set up. And we're around to the outside. Wilcott looks in to Schmutzer. Schmutzer now on the post. Double team, no good. Back out to Wilcott for 3 off the back of the rim and no good. And rebound. Drop pass there. We had a drop pass in the girls' game too, so Chequamegon up in Park Falls, maybe a little bit more ice there than anything else, and well, maybe more hockey players there. So a couple drop passes. Kind of fun to see, though, in basketball, as Weinfurter puts up a shot as he was being fouled. It's up and it's good. And Cooper Weinfurter now back to the line. His second chance for a three-point play. Successful the first time. I'm sorry, this is his first three-point opportunity here. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw stripe so far. That was on a foul without a shot. This one with, and same result. So Cooper 3 for 3 from the free throw stripe. Auburndale 6 for 6 shooting free throws so far tonight. Newberry with the take, loses the ball, knee on the ground, kicks it back out. That shot no good off the front of the rim. Rebound Ertl. Cam Ertl with the rebound, outlet to Weinfurter, all the way ahead to Schmutzer with a clear lane, and his layup is good. Schmutzer, once he gathered up the ball, had a clear lane to the basket. Right-hand layup is up and good. Joseph Wagner here, last Eagle to score. Turns the ball over there. Weinfurter Ertl outmaneuvers Newberry, and Ertl right back to him. Passed up a three-point shot, instead drives, kicks it down to Jacoby. Jacoby's up, and it's good. The hoop and the harm for Cale Jacoby, and he'll return now for the second time for a three-point play opportunity. That free throw is short, so Jacoby with the miss on the back end of that three-point opportunity. The first miss for Auburndale on the night. They're now 6 of 7 from the free throw stripe. Jason Chow works his way around, right hand, all the way back. Nice pass under. Blocked by Yeski. Yeski, though, they're going to say got him on the arm. And we're going to have 2 free throws for Jaden Eder. Eder's first is up and good. The Jaden 6'3" junior wears number 44, his first points of the night. And makes good on his second one there, so bench approves, everybody approves. Eder using his 6'3" length down there under the basket to make quick work and earn the foul as Weinfertner puts up a 3 after it was batted out by Jacoby. And we're finally into Colton Yeski. The basket's good, fouled on the play, so 3-point opportunity coming now for Yeski. Yeski with 4 points on the night, looking for his 5th. Free throw, and number 5 is good. 5 points now for Yeski. And we're going to have a foul called on Cooper Weinfertner, is pushed back by Carper. Carper on a fast dribble down the sideline, lost his footing. Foul called on Weinfertner as they got tangled going down the sideline together. Coach Weinfertner on the bench tells the referee on the opposite side, I don't know how that's a foul. Referee probably says, I don't know either. I wasn't watching it. That's not my area. As the referees essentially have control of 1/3 of the court. They're looking at just 1/3 of the playing surface here, and that referee on the far side would have had no idea on a foul call over on this near side. But Coach Weinfertner making him aware that he didn't think that was a foul. Karnick to Carper, back to Kronberger. Kronberger inside to Eder and lost the ball out of bounds. Nice feed inside to Eder, unable to come down with the ball. If he had, he would have been just about 2 feet away from an easy layup. 38-7, 4:10 left here as Auburndale out to an early lead. Yeski gets his own rebound, puts it up and good. Auburndale with pressure, and Chequamegon coach Karnick again dissatisfied with what's happening. And he will take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, back here in Auburndale as we see number 32, Blake Karnick, Chequamegon go up, fouled on his way up, and he'll shoot 2. Marth with the foul. 7th team foul for Auburndale, so Chequamegon will shoot free throws the rest of this first half. 3:52 left. That shot slides left and out to the right. Karnick no good on the front end of his 2 shots. See if he can make better work here of the second one as he puts it up. And off the back of the rim, no good. Marth with the rebound. So Marth with the foul and Marth with the rebound. And no points given up as a result of that foul. Auburndale, again, hangs on to a 40-7 lead with 3:40 left in the first half. Cam Ertl comes free to the top of the key, fires and good. Cam Ertl, 3-point shot, his 4th three-pointer of the first half. Three-point shot now put up by Chase Kronberger of Chequamegon. Team's first three-point shot of the day, and that gets the Eagles to 10 points on the night. Ball worked inside to Marth. Marth spins right, then left, back under. It's up, no good. Rebound, Yeski. He puts it up and good. And Cam Yeski making his presence known on the offensive glass. Second chance opportunities for Auburndale. And Yeski now with 9 points in the first half. Chequamegon basket. Ader now on the inside, able to do what a 6'3" forward should be able to do there on the inside, is gather up the loose balls and get them back up and in. He did that there. Rab over to, eventually over to Ertl. Ertl on the inbound, on the entry pass into Marth. He's fouled from behind by number 5, Chase Kronberger. Chequamegon's 7th foul, so Auburndale now to the line in the bonus. All right, wacky moments here going on in Auburndale. As you can imagine what happened when one team's got a 45-14 lead. One team on the Auburndale offense there thought they had a block. One team thought there was a foul. Nothing was called. And then Chequamegon, after that, lose the ball out of bounds. So back to Auburndale. Cale Jacoby wheels and goes up with the right hand and good. His 7-foot turnaround jumper. And he's got 10 points on the night. Cam Ertl leads all scorers with 12. He's hit 4 for 4 from three-point land. And he's got 12. Weinfertner and Jacoby with 10. Trouble here. Cale Jacoby now again with another turnaround down low and 2 more points. As we're under 20 seconds to go now in this first half, Auburndale up 49-14. Down to 10 seconds. Newberry with the ball. Newberry swings the ball down low, goes up with the drive, just rolls out, no good, and then we're going to have Auburndale ball. We've got 6 and decimal dust left to go. Auburndale up 49-14. Oh, Weinfertner collected the rebound. Didn't know if he had time. He did, and left-handed scoop up towards the basket was up and no good. So Auburndale will go to half, up 49-14. We'll collect some halftime stats, and we'll be right back.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, and we are back, guys. Jason with the Zaleski Sports Show here on the call tonight, and we are in the midst of a girls-boys Merriwood Conference varsity high school basketball doubleheader. We had girls basketball first, as we're here in Auburndale, watching Auburndale Apaches take on the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles, and the Auburndale girls beat Chequamegon 63-24 in the front half of this doubleheader. And we're at halftime now of the boys' game, and again, it's Auburndale over Chequamegon. 49-14, so boys 49-14 as we're at halftime. Halftime stats are as follows. We'll start with Chequamegon, leading scorer for the Screaming Eagles, Jaden Eater with 4. Blake Richard with 3. Chase Kronberger also with 3. Joseph Wagner and Zachary Carper each with 2. For Auburndale, making up their 49 points tonight, we've got 2 scorers with 12, both Cale Jacoby and Cam Ertl with 12. Cooper Weinfertner with 10, and Kason Schmutzer and Colton Yeske each with 9. So we've got 3 scores in double figures for Auburndale, and 2 more on the precipice of rolling over into double digits, and only 5 scores, though, for Auburndale. So I would look for Coach Chad Weinfertner to get backups involved here as this score with a 35-point margin, and all of his 5 starters really putting in their work for the night. I would look for him to look at the bench for the most of the second half, if not for all of the second half, and give his reserves an opportunity here to exert their will on the Eagles, and then Chequamegon take that opportunity to work on their game here a little bit. They've really struggled from on the defensive end, obviously giving up 49 points, but offensively, just a challenge for them to work their way around the basketball court and find shots that suit their particular talents. Jaden Eder did come in the game late, entered the game the first time at about the 11-minute mark, and was able to make a little bit of difference, gave his team a spark. All other scoring tonight done by Chequamegon starters, with the exception of Joseph Wagner, who did have a nice drive in that first half for 2 points. So that's the setup right now. We've got just a little bit over 4 minutes to go now until we will hear buzzer and be ready to go for the second half. So again, we're on the second half of this boys-girls doubleheader here in Auburndale. Auburndale Apache girls beat Chequamegon Eagles 63-24 in their match, and now we are at halftime of the boys' end of this doubleheader, and Auburndale again leads the Eagles. Boys now up 49-14, 35-point advantage for Auburndale as they look to come into the second half. Again, scoring leaders for Auburndale, both Jacoby and Ertl each with 12, and for Chequamegon, Eder leads with 4. So we will just take a timeout break here momentarily, and then we'll be back for second half action right after this.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties, and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need, Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
All right, and we are back here in Auburndale as we're about a minute and a half away from starting second half action here, as we see the Auburndale boys and Chequamegon boys both on the court now for their halftime warm-ups. Both teams getting ready for the second half. Again, Auburndale leads 49-14 over Chequamegon, and really on the hands of three-point shooting, and three-point shooting expert tonight, Cam Ertl, with 4 three-pointers. He and Cale Jacoby lead all scorers with 12 points tonight. We'll look to see if that continues. Again, my guess would be with a big lead like this, Auburndale coach Chad Weinfertner look to get his bench involved in the game now, as may not be much to be decided in the way of wins tonight, but could be a lot to be decided in the way of experience, both for Chequamegon and for some of those reserves from Auburndale. But we'll see what coach does. Keep an eye on that. That's one story here to follow in the second half. Second story to follow is Chequamegon, as they look to improve on their 14-point output here in the first half. They're going to look to find some positives and some things to take back home with them to Park Falls or locations thereabouts, as this school located right in the heart of Price County, up in northern Wisconsin. All right, second half's underway, and we start back with Auburndale on the basketball. All starters now return to the court for Auburndale as Cooper Weinfertner dribbles with his right hand to the outside, and he's fouled by number 21, Joseph Wagner. So Wagner, Chequamegon's Wagner, picks up his second foul, first team foul for Chequamegon here in this second half. Foul just 5 seconds in, so if I had to guess, I would say Coach Karnick from Chequamegon told his guys, get more aggressive out there. Let's get some things working. As we see Cale Jacoby pick up right where he left off in the first half with a quick 2-point basket. That ball is lost out of bounds by Chequamegon. Turned over to Auburndale. Cooper Weinfertner winds up a 3-point basket. It's up and good. And Auburndale now out to their biggest lead of the game at 40, 54-14. So one thing to watch here, how long Coach Weinfertner decides to keep these starters out on the court with a 40-point lead in a game that even a coach couldn't think is still in control. Coaches often will tell you that, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I don't know what's, a lot of coach speak, a lot of, faux humbleness, I guess is what you would call it, is forced humbleness. But I don't know any reasonable coach here that would think this game is in question, being up by 40. So maybe next dead ball as we see Cale Jacoby launch up a 10-footer that goes out of bounds, but maybe before it went out of bounds, check that. Case and Schmutzer are able to throw it off the feet of a Eagle defender, and Auburndale retains possession here in the second half. Cam Ertl looks back to Weinfertner. Weinfertner pump fake. Gets Wagner on his heels. Ertl with the take. Shots blocked, but body on the way up. Chase Kronberger picks up a foul, and we'll send Cam Ertl to the line for 2. Cam's first shot is up and good. His first free throw attempt of the night. Cam now with 13, matches Weinfertner's 13, and Cale Jacoby for Auburndale leads all scorers with 14. So we had a dead ball. We didn't have any subs for Auburndale, so we'll see exactly what will happen there. Cam Ertl's second shot, though, up and no good. And we're 2 minutes into the second half. Auburndale with their, now again, biggest lead of the game at 41. A pump fake there. Pass back out to Newberry. Newberry pump fake from 3. Didn't launch. So both pump fakes brought back down. Newberry now on the take. Back out. Shot put up and good by Blake Karnick. Karnick with 2. And his first 2 points of the game. Schmutzer dribbles around. Pass off to Yeski. Yeski up and good. So Colton Yeski now in double digits for Auburndale with 11. Smusher with a watchful eye on Carper. And Carper's drive is stalled. Richard now wheels, turns, pump fake, got Jacoby off his feet temporarily. Ball's loose on the ground. Possession unclear, so refs will blow the whistle, and possession arrow is pointing towards Chequamegon. Newberry gets it into Carper. Carper off his foot. Picked up, though. Picked up by Wagner, and their offense will reset. Newberry ball fake. And Carper, a three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Jacoby out to Weinferner. Weinferner over to Ertl. Ertl quickly down to Schmutzer. Weinferner left open, but the focus is getting the ball inside. Jacoby's shot is up. He's hit in the face. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two. Two now for Kale, as he leads all scorers with 14 and rims in and out. Jacoby's second is up and good. Builds his score total to 15, and Auburndale builds their lead to 42 at 58-16, 14:23 left in the game. Karnick works it around. It was bumped a little bit, but travel on the call. Travel is the call that was made there as Karnick pivot, and then lost his pivot foot. Travel called, and Chequamegon with the turnover. Errant pass there by Schmutzer. Looking for Yeski. Yeski had already ducked behind Richard, and so Richard there to collect the errant pass. Richard down low now. Jump ball is called, and possession arrow is going to point to Auburndale as Cooper Weinferner able to get his hand in on the ball as Richard went up. Richard came back down with the ball, and Weinferner's hand's still on it. Ertl over to Schmutzer. Schmutzer swings the ball down low and drives. Left side of the lane, right-hand layup, and Schmutzer on the board here in the second half. He's now in double digits with 11, so all Auburndale starters still in the game, all Auburndale starters with double digits, and they make up all 60 points of this game, the 5 Apaches you see on the court now. Newberry lines up a three, lets it rip off the right. Missed it just right, had the right distance, but just off the right side of the rim as he was looking from the side. Ertl flashes out to the top of the three-point line, and the Apaches swing the ball all the way around, looking for Jacoby down low. Finally do get it to him, but he lost his post. Into the post, though, was Yeski, and Yeski puts it up and in. And now we see a five-member team of Apaches waiting at the scorer's table to check in at the next dead ball. So coach waited till they had a 46-point lead, and then he's willing to sub his starters out. And all of them, every single one of them, will head out of the game now, all of them accounting for all 62 Apache points in the game. You would figure those 5 starters now will sit for the remaining 12:23 left in the game, as Auburndale up 62-16. Chow with the ball here. Turns, looks inside for Eder. Eder's pass is knocked away. Rab now with the ball. Paul Colross to Rab. Rab to Marth. Marth all the way to Wilcott, and back the Apaches come around. Working that same offense as the starters did. Willing to work the ball around, waiting for a post or waiting for somebody to flash inside, and Colross looked to Marth for that flash, didn't get it. Pass intercepted, and Eagles back with the ball. Chow tied up down low, gets it out to Carper for three. And that three-pointer is good for Zach Carper. Carper now with 5 on the night. Rab with the ball here. Rab's got outside distance. He can shoot the long ball. We've seen him make many threes this year, and he lines one up there, and it's good. It's like I just said it. I don't know how that happens, but somehow I mentioned Rab can shoot threes, and what do you know, Jordan? He launches one and right through, and we're going to launch ourselves into a commercial break as Chequamegon with the timeout, and we'll be right back.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season.
All right, we're back. We had kind of a intermediate timeout there. Usually it's a 30-second or a full timeout. That one was more of the 52-second variety. At any rate, we're back here in action as we've got a charge being called on Chequamegon's Zach Carper. Carper's second foul on the night. Four fouls now at Chequamegon in the half. Auburndale with 1, so I call those courtesy fouls. Those are don't amount to any free throws, not until the 7th team foul, as we've got a three-point shot launched by Jason Wilcox, in and out, and then in and out again. As Wilcox, a sophomore, was looking for his first points of the night and almost had him twice on the same shot. Okay, we're watching Merriwood Conference basketball action here as Auburndale and Chequamegon go after it, and we're a little bit of tie up for the ball there. It'll arrow points to Chequamegon. Oh, foul called. My apologies, foul called. So again, we're watching Merriwood Conference basketball here. We had girls, Auburndale, Chequamegon in the front end of this doubleheader here earlier, and Auburndale won that contest 63-24. Auburndale boys now ahead of Chequamegon in the boys end of the doubleheader, as we've got a turnover there by Rab. Boys up 65-19, and a missed shot there by Chequamegon. Rebound battled for by Carter Wilcott, and got a foul called now on Chequamegon. All right. Wilcott was dribbling away with it. The whistle blew. I didn't see how a foul could be on him, and it's not. So a very entertaining girls-boys doubleheader action here in Auburndale. The same thing happening right now in Stratford, and you can watch that live stream also right on this same Focus on Marshfield Tri-Media channel, as we've got a three-pointer now by Jason Wilcox. He nearly had one just a moment ago and now cashes in on one right in front of the Auburndale bench. So Stratford girls boys doubleheader up in Stratford as they host the Abbotsford Falcons. At last check, Stratford boys were ahead at halftime by about 8 points. And you can watch that game. Just click on the link provided by Focus on Marshfield on Facebook or go to zaleskisports.com. Find either of these games and make sure to tell your friends. You may be a Chequamegon Eagle or Auburndale Apache diehard. I'm sure, though, you know Stratford or Auburndale alum that would love to watch this game, or maybe mom or dad or grandpa and grandma not in the area. And this would be a great time to let them know about the live stream action we've got available for you nearly every night of the week during winter sports season. So here we are on a Friday night. Again, I was treated to a wonderful fish fry down at Kizzy and Sue's here in Auburndale. Great staff there and a great atmosphere over at Kizzy and Sue's, and one of the tastiest fish fries in the area. So I had that here pregame, and it's lasted me. I haven't had anything to eat during the game, which is a little bit unusual. Usually I go for a little bit of something here, and now with 2 games, I haven't eaten anything. So that fish fry was good, and it's lasted me. Probably will pick up a little dessert on the way home, though. Haven't had that yet. As we saw Carter Wilcott there moments ago for Auburndale with his first points of the game, and now we've got a 3-pointer by Zach Carper. His second 3 of the half. He's got 8 points on the game. Auburndale up now 70-22 with 7:48 left in the game. Wilcott spins, looks, denied. Out to Colross. Colross over to Rab. Marth calls for it inside. Rab turns away. Colross ball fake. Loses the ball, but gently and fortunately lands in the hands of Aaron Marth. And Marth now on the score sheet for the first time tonight with 2. Chow lines up a 12-footer. No good. Marth with the rebound. And Wilcott again for 3. That one just long. Marth in good position, though, on the rebound. Spins away from the 6'3" Eater, and eventually traveling is called, and turnover, ball to the Eagles. Speaking of the Eagles, we've got NFL action coming up this weekend, so there'll be no live streams on Sunday. Instead, we let people like me and everyone else here go home and watch sports on TV every once in a while. So we got the NFL, we've got Patriots and Jaguars at around 3 p.m. on Sunday. They're the first of the 2 championship games, that one of the AFC variety. Many think that the Jags have a chance to win. I know a lot of people would rather not see the Patriots back in the Super Bowl again, as Rab lines up a 3, and it's good. And I told you about Fletcher Rab. Fletcher's got 3-point range for days and days, and he's got 2 now tonight. And then in the second contest, will take place about 6 or 6:30. We've got the number 1 seed, Philadelphia Eagles. No relation to these Chequamegon Eagles, I don't think. Philadelphia Eagles, and they will host the number 2 seed and neighbors to our west, Minnesota Vikings. Vikings with a miracle win against the Saints last week. Stephon Diggs catches a touchdown pass with 0s on the clock, and the Vikings able to get past the Saints. Vikings had an early lead in that game, and Saints did essentially all the scoring in the second half up until that literally last-second touchdown from Keenum to Diggs, and that earned the Vikings a chance in the NFC Championship game. Again, they will take on the Eagles late on Sunday evening. So until then, we've got basketball action here today. You can tune in to Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook or ZaleskiSportsShow.com as we see Carter Wilcott with a 2-point basket. To follow UW Stevens Point action, we go to watch tomorrow at 7 p.m. and the Pointers host the Platteville Pioneers. Stevens Point number 1 in the WIAC, in first place in men's basketball. As we've got Newberry with points. Pointers take on the Pioneers from Platteville. That's a battle between the first and second place teams. Game time is 7 p.m. and we'll have highlights of that game later tomorrow night. Again, you can see that at Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook or ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Look forward to that. Marshfield native Matt Ostreich, 2014 graduate from Marshfield Senior High, travels with his Platteville Pioneers to take on the Stevens Point Pointers. And so we look forward to, we'll talk to Matt after the game, win or lose. We'll talk to Matt, find out how his time has been down in Platteville. He's a junior there now, and he's having a pretty good go of it. He had a game-winning shot a week ago tomorrow at home against UW La Crosse. At the buzzer, drained a three-pointer to send the Pioneers over the La Crosse Eagles and help his Pioneers retain that second-place spot. And they will challenge the Stevens Point Pointers tomorrow over at the Quant Fieldhouse at the beautiful University of Wisconsin Stevens Point campus. Chow on the nice feed from Newberry, and Jason Chow with 2 points. He's on the scorebook for the first time. Chequamegon now with 26. They're still down in this game, though, 77-26. And we've got a running clock here, and so this game will rapidly liquidate as the clock will drain to 0 here in just 4 minutes real time. So you've only got 4 minutes left of this game, regardless of any stoppages, as we've got a foul there on Chow. Chow grabbed Auburndale's Dylan Pond. Dylan now will go to the free throw line as Auburndale's in the bonus. So again, clock continues to run here, even in a free throw situation. When there's a large lead like there is now. Chow again on the run out. Gets it back to Eder. Eder gets his defender on his feet. Eder, though, off the front of the rim and no good. So Chequamegon looking for some positive moments here as they end this game. Got a nice one from Chow, and then Chow again on the next possession, able to find an opening as he sprung loose on the fast break. Eder, though, able to send it home. So we will catch up post-game with Auburndale head coach Chad Weinferner. Find out his comments on the game, and then, Jordan, we're going to have to find a player of the game here somewhere. I don't know. It may have to be the whole team, as there's certainly a lot of contenders for player of the game tonight. We'll take a look around here at some scores, see what we can find. As we add up scores here, I've got one in mind. I don't know. I've got one in mind. I've got a couple minutes though to figure it out, as we've got players sprawling on the floor, and Jason Chow has got a shoelace he needs to tend to. We had a foul on Auburndale's Cody Trowbridge. I'm sorry, Trowbridge was fouled. He'll head to the line for bonus free throw. So again, we'll talk post-game with Auburndale head coach Chad Weinferner, get his thoughts on the, let's just call it what it is, blowout here tonight, as Auburndale now up over 80 points. It's 81-26 in Merriwood Conference action, so Auburndale gets the conference win. We'll talk to Coach about the importance of conference wins, and then about the importance of getting some of these reserves in the game, as these players will assumably and eventually become future Apaches, starting Apaches. So talk to Coach about both of those things, and then his thoughts on the game overall. And then we'll check in with our player of the game. And Jordan, we're going to go with senior Auburndale Apache Colton Yeske. He'll be our Highlight House player of the game. Colton with 13 points tonight. 13 points on the night. Another good choice would be Cooper Weinferner. Cooper, though, a sophomore, so we'll let him age a little bit. He'll have plenty of chances to be in the house. There is absolutely no doubt about that, as Cooper Weinferner is a very good basketball player and doing a great job in only his sophomore year for the Apaches. So to break a tie, we'll go with the senior, and our senior, Colton Yeske. Colton also letter winner in football for Auburndale, as Auburndale had a playoff win this year. They went up to Crandon and beat Crandon in a road playoff game. Colton scoring 2 touchdowns in that game, so he's a big part of their football success here in Auburndale as well. As Chase Kronberger could have let that one go, I think. If he would have let it go, it would have sailed out of bounds. So, nonetheless, Jordan will watch handshakes, and then we'll catch up with Coach Weinfertner here in just a minute. And Jordan, I'll be right here on the yellow line here. Again, Auburndale wraps things up here on the boys' end of this. So both girls and boys, Auburndale Apaches, beat their visitors from Chequamegon, beat the Eagles in this boys-girls doubleheader. Yep, and this one here, 83-26. So we are joined now by Auburndale head coach Chad Weinfertner. Coach, 83-26 win. Let's just talk about the importance of conference wins and how you need to stack those up, because as the season wears on, those become really important.
Yeah, that's what we talked about before the game. You know, we knew Chequamegon was having a tough year coming in, and you know, you can't fill them full of baloney too much. You know, it's a game we should win, and so you know, the good thing is we came out, we played pretty clean basketball, only 1 turnover in the first half, and then we were able to extend the lead in the second half, get a lot of other guys some playing time, get out healthy, because you know that's an important thing, and got a big game coming up Tuesday with Assumption. So.
Sure, and we talked about that during the game, Coach. A lot of those reserves are future starters for you, so just the importance of getting them the playing time at every moment that you can.
For sure. You know, and you know, they earn it too. They put in time in the off season at practice, you know, and of course they get playing time at the lower levels, but it's really nice to see them get in a varsity game and have some success too.
All starters tonight in double digits, and that's just got to feel good to just get everybody up and going today.
Yeah, sometimes you have a tendency in a game like this to pass up shots. Guys might be too unselfish. And you don't want to force shots, but you want to make sure that you're still, you know, staying in rhythm on offense and things like that, and I thought we did a great job of it.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with our player of the game, Colton Yeske. I know Coach is going to help us track Colton down and send him over. Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll see you down the road.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our player of the game, Colton Yeske, right after this.
V&H Automotive Service Department, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. At V&H Automotive of Marshfield, our highly qualified technicians are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. From oil changes to transmission replacements, we are dedicated to maintaining top-tier customer service for both new and pre-owned car buyers. Allow our staff to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. V&H Service, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
And we're back. So, okay, no more instruction. We're off and running. So, all right, guys, Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show, and we're talking to our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Colton Yeske. Colton, 13 points tonight, propelled your team a big 83-26 conference win tonight.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. So listen, we talked to Coach about the importance of conference wins. You know, you just got to get them however you can, because in the end, you're going to have to stack those up against teams like Stratford and Marathon. So you need to have them right now.
That's right. We have a very tough conference. It's a close runner right now, like four-way tie at top. So anything helps.
Yeah. We're watching some of the other guys here watch the interview tonight, and then they probably want to come over here with us, I think. Late in the game, you had a big lead, able to get some of the reserves in. You're a senior, so talk about that. Think back from a couple years ago and how valuable that playing time is when you're underclassmen.
Well, it's always just fun just to play and get just a feel for the varsity speed. Any kind of experience, I guess, helps you along the way. The more time you play, the better it is for you.
Right. Yep. And these are all future Apaches here. After you leave, the program's going to have to be in good hands. So they got to get playing time when they can get it. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to have a little fun here with Colton. So you get to be in the house. You may have seen. I think we had Cam in the house once, and I think Kale was in once. So how it works is you're going to look up at the camera, and you'll say I'm in the house, but put your own spin on it. Make it fun. Some guys have flexed, or some guys have stomped on it. Whatever you want to do. Do you want to hold the microphone, or do you want me to?
You can.
Okay. All right. So I'll count you down 3, 2, 1, and we'll wait for these guys here to exit those Chequamegon girls there. So make sure where their bus is going. All right. All right. So I'll just go 3, 2, 1. You just look up at the camera and say I'm in the house. Okay. All right. So 3, 2, 1.
I'm in the house.
Nice job. Nice game tonight, guys. All right. All right, guys, that was it there. Colton Yeski, our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, and had a little bit of fun with it. We go through some final scores here. Cale Jacoby leads all scores tonight with 15. Our Highlight House player of the game, and Cooper Weinfertner and Cam Myrtle all with 13. And Kason Schmutzer for Auburndale with 11. So Auburndale scoring, and they win tonight 83-26. For Chequamegon leading the way, Zach Harper finished the night with 6 points. So that'll do it for tonight, guys. I really appreciate everybody watching. We had a great time with this doubleheader. There may still be time to catch Stratford on the flip side of this. So we'll go ahead and we'll end it here. You can tune in over to Focus on Marshfield on Facebook, or type in ZaleskiSports.com. Watch the tail end of the Stratford Tigers taking on the Abbotsford Falcons. And until next time, we'll see you then.